Hello, dear students. Let's see more about syntax of in used in tuple relational calculus. In the previous video, we saw some basics about the syntax or very basic queries of tuple relational calculus. Now, what is the general syntax? Before the vertical bar here, you give what is to be displayed. What do you want to display? Now you can read this as you want to display attribute A1. A1 is the attribute of variable T1. Now this T1 is actually ranging over some relation. For example, you may say that T1 is ranging over employee relation. What that means is there is an employee relation which has a column called A1, and this T1 is the variable which will visit the tuple of EMP. Also, you can have multiple relations involved when you want to display some values. Here you are saying that you want to display value of A1 which belongs to T1, and actually T1 is ranging over employee, but you also want to display A2 attribute of T2, and you can then say and this T2 is actually ranging over another relation called teacher. So what you understand over here is that this particular TRC, tuple relational calculus expression, is involving two tables. There is a table called EMP and there is a table called teacher. Maybe we are having a training given for the employees in our company, and who are the teachers is listed in this teacher relation. Now you can see that teacher relation is having an attribute called A2. It is having a column called A2, and T2 is actually the variable used for ranging over the teacher tuples. So T2 will travel all the tuples one by one of this particular teacher relation. So that becomes the basic syntax that we have also learned in the earlier video, but this is a general syntax of what you can display. And now you please try to understand that here on the left hand side of vertical bar, T1 and T2 are tuple variables, correct? Because they are ranging over the tuples. But you have to then describe that this T1 ranges over which relation and this T2 ranges over which relation. So it is understood that T1 will visit all the tuples of EMP relation one by one, and T2 will visit all the tuples of teacher relation one by one. Having said that, now let's come to the point here is that in TRC syntax, you know that left hand side is after all, what do you want to display? What about the right hand side? Right hand side will contain predicates or conditions involved where we want to select some tuple or we want to not select some tuple. So typically what is written after the vertical bar is a condition. Now this condition can be simple or it can be complex. By complex, what we mean is that it can involve some connectives like and, or, not, just as in general Boolean expression, we use these connectives, isn't it? Further, it can contain quantifiers. Just check this word. It can contain quantifiers, this condition. And there are two quantifiers used. One is there exist. The symbol is read as there exist. And another quantifier is this symbol is read as for all. Now these two are something new to us. I'm sure whoever is watching this video know from the programming exercises like C or any other programming language this and or and not work in the usual way. But what are these quantifiers? There exist and for all. One thing you please try to understand, that these quantifiers, there exist and for all, can come only after vertical bar. Okay. Now let's see there exist. What does it mean? Suppose we write something like this: there exist t in the bracket t dot a, t dot a greater than 50. Let's say this is the expression that we have written, although this is an incomplete expression, because this there exist will come after vertical bar, and before vertical bar there are list of columns that you want to display. But we are just generalizing our discussion to understand what there exist means. Now you watch that there exists t such that t dot a is greater than 50. So there is a relation, let's say there is a relation which has a column a, okay, and this t is a variable which actually traverses the tuples of this relation. And just imagine the values of a in this entire relation. Let's say this relation has 4 tuples. Imagine this has 4 tuples and the values of a are 10, 20, 30, 40. Now what have you said is there exists t, remember t is a tuple, such that value of a is greater than 50. You can read this as there exists at least one tuple. There exists at least one tuple where a is greater than 50. And you can see that in this entire relation, there is no such tuple with a greater than 50. That means this particular part of the condition will be false. But then how does TRC find out that this is false? Listen to this very carefully. TRC can announce that this is false only after inspecting all the columns. Just please try to understand this very clearly. This is like a for loop. In this portion, you can imagine that there is a for loop running, and what TRC does, it says, wait, I will go through the entire relation. Yes, that means this T will run through first row till the last row, and it will check, is there at least one tuple where a is greater than 50. But after visiting all tuples one by one and coming to the end of the relation, it knows that there does not exist any such a where a is greater than 50. Only then TRC can decide that this is false. What does that mean is this t, which is a variable, tuple variable, is known as bounded variable. Now I will come to the term over here. This is known as bounded variable. Whenever you have any quantifier and after that quantifier you are having a variable, then that variable is said to be bounded. Now why it is called bounded is because the announcement whether this should be true or false, this part of the condition should be true or false, cannot be done on the basis of single tuple. I hope you are understanding what I am saying. Just check out again why it should check entire relation before telling whether this is true or false. Let's say we inspect only one tuple. This is t from where it starts. And we see that, okay, a is greater than 50 is false. And we straight away announce that this expression is false. But who knows, there might be a tuple with value of a equal to 60. Check the last row. How would it know that there exists at least one t where a is greater than 50? It can know only after checking all the rows. So it is not a variable where the decision can be made on the basis of one tuple. Such variable which is associated with a quantifier, such variables, are called bounded variables because the decision can be made only after checking entire relation, only after checking entire list of rows or list of tuples. Now, of course, I repeat that whatever I am writing here is incomplete, but we are just understanding what is there exist and for all. We will integrate all this properly in a bigger query in coming videos. Now, what about for all? Let's keep this table intact. Suppose I write for all t bracket t dot a is let's say greater than 9. Let's put one more bracket over here for clarity. Now, what I am saying is that this condition, of course, this is a condition. This condition will be announced to be true finally only if for all the tuples, check that this t is again a variable which will go to the first row, then second row, then third row, and all the rows one by one, such that for all the tuples, this condition t dot a greater than 9 should be true. And indeed it is true. You watch, all the values of a are greater than 9. But when can TRC announce that this condition is true? I hope you are understanding now. It can announce only after checking all the tuples. Who knows? There is a fifth row over here with the value as 8. Check this. Now, only on the basis of one row, if it says, okay, value is greater than 9, then I am going to announce this as true. Then this condition, this type of checking is wrong, because this is not true for all the tuples. Yes, for this tuple which I am right now marking, this condition is not true. So that's what for all means. And this variable t, which is a tuple variable, is again a bounded variable. Remember, from now onwards, whenever there is a variable associated with a quantifier, then that variable is bounded variable. And the condition can be announced to be true or false only after checking entire relation. There is something called free variable in tuple relational calculus. We have seen what is bounded variable. What is a free variable? That's very simple. In the tuple relational calculus, whatever you write before vertical bar, this is after all list of variables. These variables, or rather, what do you want to display? This is what you write, are called free variables. This is a free variable. So typically, the things that are written before the vertical bar is a free variable. We will try to understand there exist for all, that is bounded variables, quantifiers, and free variables more and more in the next video. But I hope you have understood which type of variables and what is this quantifier there exist and for all. Thank you very much.